Yo guys, welcome to the video, and today we are going to be doing MW3 Cut Content. Now, there isn't as much as there is in MW2, but you know, you can still find some interesting stuff. So, well, let's start without further ado with the weapons. So, on this list we have the M240. It was cut quite late in development. However, if you play the Wii version and play the mission goalpost, it will still appear for you. So there's that. The RPD, it was in a few trailers, but yeah, they got cut. The FAMAS, it was going to be used by the GIGN, but it was cut on quite early into development. The Vector. It was planned to be in the game, and you can actually see it in very early trailers, so yeah, it must have been there for quite a bit. But Org H-bar or Org bar, I don't actually know how to say it properly. It was going to be planned, like, there's still game files into it. The F2000, this is interesting. This gun was used for a cut kill streak. It's like a target laser. It's basically a straight rip from MW2. The M93 Rafika, creator class images remain. The PP2000. The AK-74U, it is in the campaign, but it's not in multiplayer, and which is the only thing that really matters. Right. Okay, this is one I don't think I've ever heard of. The MK12 SPR. To explain this the best way I can, it's like an M4A1 with an RSAS scope and a bipod. So yeah, the Rangers from MW2, not the faction, the gun. The M1911 from COD 4. The Intervention. Oh, imagine that. I mean, I know we got the MSR, but still, I want the Intervention back. The AT4, the rocket launcher. It's in a few E3 game trailers. The Lee Enfield. It was funnily enough going to use icons that were actually cut from World at War. So yeah, if you want me to do that, please enjoy. The MP44 from COD 4, yep, still remaining in the file somewhere. The TMP, it's literally just a straight rip from MW2. The TAR-21, yeah, it's just images really. That one, there's much to say. The MG42. It was basically a lot of the stuff from World at War. The M1014, again, just a lot of stuff from COD 4. The M9. You can still find it in a few campaign missions, however, you can't find it in the multiplayer. Okay. And okay, we have the Gold Desert Eagle, just from COD 4. And this last one's actually rather interesting. The M21 EBR. It says here, it used MW3 engine images, suggesting that it was probably cut quite late into development. So, yeah. Hope you enjoyed me looking over the guns that didn't make it into MW3. The next bit will be the perks. So, yeah. So, right, perks. There are quite a few. A lot of them you wouldn't actually expect. A lot of them are actually from MW2, or at least like cut ones even from them. Right, we'll start off with extended mags. Yeah, it's just the attachment really, and there isn't really anything to say about it because extended mags is in the game, but it's an attachment, not a perk. Right, black box. I did explain this in my MW2 cut content video, but basically what it would do is it would increase the amount of time that kill streaks would be in the air. So yeah. Akimbo, again, just the attachment really. Challenger would double the amount of XP, but you'd get less health. That's not honestly that bad. Like yeah, you might have to be a bit more like, you might have to go more for the stealth side, but still, you could do well with that. The remote MG turret, don't know anything about it. The tactical insertion, it is in the game, but it was going to be a perk. Javelin ×1, because the javelin's a weapon, not a toggle ability, so yeah. Same with the Stinger. Right, Saboteur, again from MW2, capture objectives faster. Free Runner, run from an infinite amount of time, that's literally just marathon. Shell Shock, it says here, I don't really get this, but what it says here is, attach the right shield to the player's back, less damage would be dealt on back. I don't know whether that means like it kind of takes some of the hit for you. Okay. Burst Fire, the player's gun shoots a 3-round bursts. I'm not surprised that that's not in the game. Siege. Oh, okay, God. The player cannot move, but it gains better recoil and accuracy. I honestly don't know what that means. Like, so basically, I think that means you can't move, but you've got basically 0 recoil. Like, the ACR basically has 0 recoil, and it doesn't exactly make you stand still, does it? End game. This one is actually quite interesting. Multiplayer is the player's health times 4, but your player's life only lasts 10 seconds. That is interesting. Do not get that twisted. That is interesting. Right, and the last one I can find is any 2. I know that's not very conspicuous, but let me explain it. Allows the player to choose any perk for slot 2 and slot 3, but it takes up slot 1. So the only reason I can see that working is if you wanted to say use a hardline and assassin at the same time. So yeah, we'll do dash streaks as well with this because there's only 3 of them that will cut. Copycat, same from MW2. Painkiller, thank God that wasn't in this game. Again, from MW2. There is one that was cut that wasn't in MW2, called Heartbreaker. What Heartbreaker would have done, it basically would have made you invisible to heartbeat sensors. It's basically just the perk ninja. Yeah, kind of get it. Anyway, this has been the death streak, so what we're going to get into is, well, we'll do all the rest, well, what's left, because there isn't actually as much as there was in MW2, so, yeah. See ya there. So, welcome to part 3. Well, part 3 of me recording this. We are going to do basically everything else. Because there isn't like that much here. I feel like I can cut them all at once. So, let's start with the multiplayer maps. Something called Alps. Don't know much about it. There's literally nothing. It's just one called Alps. Meteora. It seems to be an early version of the DLC map Sanctuary. Plaza. An early version of Arcaden. Warlord, it uses files from the campaign mission back on the grid, but yeah. Brooklyn, you'd have to take that to your own imagination, because you have no idea what it was. Probably scrapped for Downturn, and Downturn's crap, so I'm not honestly sure why they did that. And the final one, Coast. This map has ties to the DLC map Piazza, but it's actually more similar to the map Black Box. There are 2 cut Spec Ops missions. One that is literally, because we don't know what the name of the maps would have been, we just have to go by what they are in the code. So, Assault Mine. This probably would have been based on the mission Down the Rabbit Hole. Yeah, and the last one, Defend Ferris, which probably would have been the last bit of one shot, one kill from COD 4. That's probably all I can think of. Right, there's only one cut game mode, and it was called Grinder. We don't know much about it, other than the fact that it would have had a hardcore version, and the objective was to, quote, get to the target area, which could realistically mean anything, so... Yeah. Well, okay, let's get on to camouflage, which is the last thing I can find here. So, the ACR has a white camouflage that is not known to be in any kind of camo in the game. Not even like an early version. Like, it's just white. There's nothing really we know about it. It probably has something more to do with like a sort of snowy one. Could do. Here are some ones that were actually cut, but I believe most of these were in old ones. Digital. I know there was a digital sort of camo, but this is like the normal one. Desert. Arctic. Red Tiger, Blue Tiger, Red Urban, and Woodland. Yeah, there you go. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, and comment as always. What was your, like, how much of this did you not know? How much of you did know? Please leave it down below. And I have been Harry, and I will see you later. Bye.